Hey everyone, welcome to Zenny62. Last week, the NFL Business Ventures group allowed casinos to be advertisers for NFL stadiums. In other words, an organization like, say, the Oakland Raiders, about to be the Las Vegas Raiders at some point, can market its stadium, if it's not doing so right now, as the seat for the name of a casino. Let's take, let's say, how about Sheldon Adelson's Las Vegas Sands? The Venetian has a sports book. The rule, according to the NFL, is that the casino organization has to have a sports book to allow sports betting. So let's say that a deal is struck where Sheldon Adelson says, I'll spend $650 million to put the Sands name on the stadium so that it becomes instead of the Las Vegas Stadium, it's the Sands Stadium. That's a brilliant way for Sheldon Adelson to get right back in the game, and it would also open calls for, I think, a lot of very justified questions. Among them was the departure of Mr. Adelson and Las Vegas Sands from doing business with the Raiders all for show? Was it just done so that Mark Davis could obtain the 31-1 vote of the NFL owners to enact this conditional relocation to Las Vegas? And then once the dust settled and the law allowed for sports betting, Sands and Mr. Adelson could sneak right back in, knowing that the Raiders were safely in Las Vegas, having picked out and building upon land near the Strip. All of those questions would be there for the asking, assuming, of course, the media wasn't afraid to ask. But they wouldn't care, they being the Raiders or Adelson, because, hey, look, he's got the money, they've got the facility, and a beautiful facility it's going to be. I'll bet you that happens at some point. When? Well, let's just give it time, because, look, NFL Business Ventures have already made their decision, but it was just a week ago, and only now are we seeing organizations, different casino organizations, do estimates on how much money they can make from sports betting. Delaware is first out of the gate and announcing, I believe they made, what, $321,000 their first week of activity, something like that. Not a bad chunk of change. What could a facility do like Las Vegas Stadium? Or for that matter, the Oakland Coliseum complex. I think the Oakland City Council should think twice about tearing down the Coliseum. Given the way the laws are changing with respect to casinos and sports and betting, they may very well just be sitting on a cash cow. But watch out for Adelson. The Raiders, as I estimated right now, are in about a $521 million stadium operating cost hole. But if Adelson is allowed to walk back into the picture, as far as I'm concerned, that stadium deal is real, because it then has the money to succeed. You would say, what about the Bank of America loan, right? Well, do they need it as much? I don't think so. In fact, it almost feels like the Bank of America loan, which we haven't heard has actually been approved, right, is a kind of a placeholder. Why do I say that? Think about it. Bank of America is more concerned with the revenue stream the Raiders will have to pay back that line of loan. I say it's a loan, it's really a line of credit. In the standard Super Bowl, in the standard case of NFL stadiums, there are prime sponsors, legacy sponsors, legendary sponsors. They have different names for these high group of sponsors that each stadium has. In the Atlanta case, for example, it's Porsche, Mercedes, other recognizable names, Coca-Cola, that are among the premier partners. In the Las Vegas parlance, those premier partners have to be casinos. But prior to last week, they couldn't be. Now they can, including Sands. That's a big deal. Look for a stadium all but branded by the casino industry. I would be very surprised if that didn't happen. And if that didn't happen, it would tell me that something was really, really wrong between the Raiders, Las Vegas, and the casino industry, and Mr. Adelson. Don't bet on it. Stay tuned.